Welcome to the Uncharted itinerary. In this video, we're going to do something slightly different. These are the two newest cameras on gimbals that you can get, the Osmo Pocket 4P and Insta360 Luna Ultra. Now, in our videos that we filmed on this channel, we've been using up until now the Osmo Pocket 3, which was fantastic, but it had a couple of minor setbacks. And one of those setbacks was there was only one different angle you could film from, which was a 1x lens. And that meant that you were lacking a bit of versatility. Well, these are the two newest cameras, and in this video I'm going to compare them. We're out in Bali, we're going to go walk around, we're going to film, we're going to see what they're like to use in reality. I'm not pixel peeping here, we're talking about the actual useful features and how the image quality compares, and we'll also look at what you get in the box with the vlog combo and with the creator combo as well. And as Novi says, she likes this one because it reminds her of Wally, and this one doesn't. And also, by the way, this one has got the ND filter on it. So there we go, that's the two cameras, one vertical, one sideways. Let's test these out and see how they perform in the real world in this video. If you got any questions, let me know down below and I will answer them. Okay, let's get on with it.
Welcome to our villa. This is Akula Bingin 2-bedroom villa located in Bali, Uluwatu, the newest hip villa around here. Right at your entrance, you will see a pool. This is not by any chance a big pool. This is a plunge pool. Nonetheless, it's beautiful in the afternoon. It goes really well with the greenery, with the whitish background that you can see. It's an amazing location to take a photo and all of that. And here is our room. Right in front of the door, you can see a big sort of going down a living room with a complete set of sofa, high ceiling. This is amazing. I hope you can hear. I can even hear my own echo around here. Cutleries, glass, stove, if you want to wash, you know, dishes. Fridge is on this hidden cabinet. Water is given as well. This big amazing black table, 100% wood. I really like the look of it. And come here, we'll see the two bedrooms that we have. First, the small bedroom. Right in front of it is the main bedroom. There's more area in this room. However, the amenities is the same. The size of the bed is the same, which I guess a king bed. And right here is our main bathroom with a shower room, a big mirror right in the middle, and the toilet.
Let's check out the way that this looks at night. We've got the Luna Ultra and the DJI Pocket 4P. Right now they're both in their log mode. So we got D-Log 2 on the Osmo Pocket 4P and we got iLog on the Luna Ultra. In a minute we're going to swap to the night mode, but this is what it looks like walking around at night in the 1x lens. So we're in the 1x lens and you can see what it's like. Now we're in the low light modes on both of these cameras, on the Ultra and on the Osmo Pocket 4P. You'll be able to see what they're like. Ignore the bikes going past me, although it's a good example. But you can see here what it's like in the low light mode. Is it better or is it the same? I imagine it probably is better. There's a lot of processing going on in the low light modes. Now let's try now with 3x lens and see what they look like. Now we're in the low light modes on both of these cameras with a 3x lens. So let's see what looks better. Is it going to be the Luna Ultra or is it going to be the Osmo Pocket 4P? I'm just sort of zigzagging around here. But, you know, if I was out here filming, talking about the cafe and the restaurant, then this is what I would be using to get around. By the way, they got a lot of really good cookies in Dan Cookies back there. What do you think? We'll check it out and see for ourselves and I'll summarize at the end. So here we are on the beach under Clive Beach Club. To the side here is, I believe, Palmer Beach Club. Now I'm recording this with the built-in microphones. I'm not using the separate microphones if I want to compare the sound quality. Now you'll notice here that right underneath Clive there is quite a lot of rockiness, so these are the steps. So when you come down, So just some water shoes. And that's Karma Beach Club next to me. I can see that by the quay there. Now, arguably the better beach actually is down here. This is Sunday's Beach Club. You can see our review of Sunday's Beach Club in our Melasti vlog and also in the Unbeatable Clifftop Resort video. But that has got a beautiful stretch of beach which has got no rock. There is rock out here just off the beach. It is a high tide. The tide is coming down from about 5 p.m. and I am, like I said, recording using the built-in microphones. So we'll see what the sound quality of this is like. And these are on auto exposure. Now I have manually adjusted the Osmo Pocket 4P to be -2 on the noise and -2 on the sharpness setting, because that's how I set up my Pocket 3. I'm not able to adjust this on the Insta360 Luna Ultra. Now let's flip it around and see what it's like facing me. So now we're using the tracking on these, so we can test it out as I walk down the beach, and we can see the exposure and how it looks. Again, built-in microphone. Now don't forget, I can take off the microphone from the screen because the screen is detachable on the Luna Ultra. Now as I'm looking at this, I don't have a LUT preview on the Luna Ultra. I do have a LUT preview on the Pocket 4P. However, with my sunglasses on, it actually looks like the reverse for some strange reason. I can see more color on the Luna Ultra and less on the Pocket 4P. That could be due to the settings. But I mean, look at this. This is what it's like. Real world, do you see a difference? You tell me. As the beach is coming, the waves come in for the beach, yeah. Now, if I take up the microphone on the Luna, let's try that out and see what that's like. So there we go. So we're doing the audio now from the Luna. So I've got this Pocket 4P in my hand. You can see here, got it here. And I'm using the audio from this. So this is really good. So, you know, I'm walking down the beach here. I want to make a video. I don't have the separate microphone, but I know it's noisy, and I know it's noisy down here because we got the beach, we got music, we got waves. I can take this off and I can use it as a microphone. And if I turn it around, then you can't even see the screen. In fact, if I held it in my hand, you may not even see it. You just think I was holding my hand at a strange angle for no apparently good reason. But that is a really, really good feature of the Luna Ultra. And being able to see what's going on is amazing. Now it actually says weak signal here, but it still works. So you may get weak signal. If you're recording for a long period of time, this screen will also turn off. If you don't have the settings for it to turn off automatically, it will turn off. Otherwise you have to turn them on, sorry. If you don't want the screen to turn off, you have to set them to not turn off. Otherwise the screen will turn off to say battery. Remember, the battery on this screen on its own is a lot less than the actual camera because it's got a tiny, tiny little battery in this body. Anyway, let's reattach it now. And we go back to tracking me with built-in audio. I have to say the Luna Ultra's microphone screen is so good. So good. In terms of weight, I would say the Pocket 4P feels lighter than the Luna Ultra. But what I would also say is the Pocket 4P feels less sturdy than the Luna Ultra. It feels much more fragile. Now I don't have any ND filters for the Pocket 4P. They're not available in Indonesia where I am now, and it's not available in the UK, so you have to preserve judgment on the ND filters. But we're recording at 4K 25 frames per second, and you'll be able to see what these both look like side by side and tell for yourself which you prefer, and I'll tell you my thoughts at the end of this video too. Let's compare now the 3 times lenses here. So the Pocket 4P actually has a faster lens, f1.8, compared to the Luna Ultra, which is f2. But the main lens on the Luna Ultra is f1.8, and the main lens on the DJI is 2.0. So they swapped over weirdly. But this is the 3 times. And because the lens on the DJI is mounted above the other one, it's actually got a slightly different viewing angle. So when I'm stepping back here, they're not going to match exactly, because one lens is side by side and one is above the other. So to bring that down to match means I have to lower the height of the Luna Ultra to be in alignment with the Osmo Pocket 4P, which it is now. And now I can zoom around and you can see which one looks better to you. What do you think? Again, I'll tell you my thoughts at the end, but this is a 3 times. We're here on Melasti Beach here in Bali at Clive Beach Club. You can see our review of the beach club on the channel as well. But let's zoom in and test the 12 times zoom and see what we think. So let's do it now. Zoom in all the way to 12. So now we've zoomed in on the same area on both of those. Because the camera is in a different position on the DJI Pocket 4P than the Luna, they're not quite the same position. One is above, one is side by side. It means that when we zoom them in together, they're not quite aligned. But that's what the 12 times zoom looks like. What do you think? Do you think that looks good? You tell us in the comments below. This is filmed in log. Let's zoom back out now to 1. And then back again. So these are both filmed in log. So that is a zoom. Now again, do I think you're going to use the 12 times zoom? No, I don't, but it's there if you want to use it. So what do I think of these two? The Osmo Pocket 4P and the DJI Luna Pro. I'm actually filming this on my phone because I can't hold them both up at the same time. Let's talk about what you get in these bundles. So this is the vlog combo from DJI for the Osmo Pocket 4P. We've got the camera itself, we've got this cool fill light, we've got the Mic Mini 2 with a dead cat and with a magnet. We've got the frame tap, so you've got a remote screen, and you've got the USB cables, which are proprietary with proprietary connectors, which are the only way you can charge this and this, which is a massive pain in the neck. And you get this carrying bag, and you also get another carrying bag in the box as well. No way to secure the Pocket 4P. You have to buy a case for that if you want to be secure. There's not even a gimbal clamp in there, which is disappointing. You also get the mini tripod, and you get this threaded extension handle which lets you connect it at the bottom to the tripod. But that's what you get in the box. In Asia this comes out at about the 520 or 30 pound mark, which is less than the equivalent Pocket 4 creator combo in the UK for this vlog combo. So it's really good value in Asia if you buy one of these. Who knows what it's going to be in the UK? When you watch this video you can tell me down below. Now let's talk about what you get with the Insta360 Luna Ultra creator combo. You get the 360 Luna, you can see here. You get this fantastic hard case, which I really like, which comes with it. You also get this wide angle lens, which you do not get with the DJI. You get the Mic Pro, which you can put your logo on. It's an e-ink logo, which is really cool, and this dead cat as well, and there's a little magnet as well, just like on the DJI. You also get this threaded handle, just like on DJI, but you also get the battery handle too. Then you get this much larger carrying case, and because these all use normal USBs, you get a couple of USB cables in the box too, no proprietary connectors, which is really handy. There's more in this case than there is in the DJI case. It is also more expensive. Take from that what you will. So let's start with this, the Luna Ultra. Now, if I'm going to be honest with you, I like this more than the Pocket 4P. I'm sorry, DJI. I was worrying that you'd messed up the Pocket 4P, and I think you have. Although messed up is a strong word. The reason I like this more is, first of all, it feels better quality. It's a much better quality feeling product. I didn't expect that, and my initial reading online was actually the opposite. But actually, this is better feeling. It feels more sturdy. I love this detachable screen. This is such a useful thing to have. It's unbelievable. Now, I do know that I get the frame tap with the vlog bundle, and I have it, but that little screen is an extra screen. It's something I can lose. It's something that I have to think about, and I don't want to think about it. I just want to have a screen that I can use. Plus the microphone built into here is so cool as well. It's just a really revolutionary idea. Now, there are weaknesses with this. You can see from the video footage being filmed that maybe the colors are not quite as natural as you have with the Osmo Pocket 4P. But then again, I think I prefer these colors, and they are still log. Everything I filmed has been log. I haven't been using the normal color modes. I have to point that out. This video was meant to be a review of me using this as a travel vlogger, as a hotel reviewer, using it in real world usage, showing you what it looks like in the settings that I use. So if you're using it in different color modes, maybe it'll be different. The thing with log is obviously you can adjust the colors. So yeah, natively out of the box, maybe the colors look richer. There's more of a yellow tint to the Luna Ultra than the Pocket 4P. But I prefer it, and I can adjust the colors if I want to. At nighttime, you can see in the standard mode, I can see things on here that the Pocket 4P can't see at all. It really is a huge difference. But then the negatives on this are the microphone. I'm not using the microphone for this, I'm using the DJI Mic. Now on the Pocket 3 and the Pocket 4, which come with the DJI Mic 3, there's an issue where it disconnects and it loses audio, and it was really annoying on the 4 and on the 3, although the 3 came with the Mic 2 out the box, so that was really good. But the Mic 3 just has an issue with it dropping all the time. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't had that at all with the Mic Mini 2. Maybe that's why they put that in the box. The audio on here is much better. The Mic Pro has that cool e-ink screen which looks amazing, but Insta360 don't include a full wind screen. They only include it to cover one of the mics on the 3 mic setup. Now they say if you put it into omnidirectional mode, then only the center mic, which has got the dead cat over it, will be on. But that's not my experience. You can see on the beach when I was walking around in that mode with the windscreen on, it was still picking up wind, a lot of wind, and the DJI mic wasn't picking up that wind. It was a big difference, and I really noticed it. So absolutely I prefer the sound on the Mic Mini 2. Now there is a full wind screen which covers all 3 mics, which is available to buy, and I've ordered one, haven't got it yet. Maybe that'll fix the problem. I do think the Mic Pro is a better mic in terms of features because it has a USB type C, so you can plug it in, and it does have that cool e-ink screen where you can put your logo on if you want to, or messages. I really like that, but the sound is better on this. Also, I would say to you that this is a lot more expensive. This in the creator combo is £829. The DJI Pocket 4P probably is going to come in at between £600 and £700. So it could be, and it's not officially out in the UK yet, so when you're watching the video, if it's out, you can tell me if the price is correct or not. But it could end up being £200 more expensive than the competing DJI Osmo Pocket 4P. Is there £200 difference in these two cameras? No, there isn't. And if you want one, and you want one which is the best value, then the Pocket 4P is the one to go to if they come out with the pricing being similar as it is in Asia. If it ends up being the same price as the Luna, then get the Luna. Let's talk about the Osmo Pocket 4P. So this is a 5th generation device, so DJI really know what they're doing. And this frame tap is a nice idea, but this is very much an afterthought. DJI added this when they saw Insta360 decided to have this detachable screen, and so they were like, okay, we better add a screen of our own. This wasn't originally available. They did think of it, and it does come with the gimbal that they do for phones, but they didn't need to add that. It seems very much like an afterthought to compete. And then let's talk about the Mic 2 Mini. Now, I told you already I prefer the sound on this to the sound on this, but the problem with this is this has no internal storage. So it means that if it doesn't record, you don't have a backup. I love internal storage. And then let's talk about the resolution. This only records 4K. Originally, the rumor was it would do 6K, and 6K would have been nice. The Luna does 8K. Now, you might say, I don't need 8K, why do I need 8K? And that's true, you probably won't need 8K, but there are times when 8K is really good. For me as a travel vlogger or as a car reviewer, being able to crop in 2 times and keep it at 4K is a really useful thing to have. It means that I can crop out stuff going on behind me. There's nothing here, but if there was, I can crop it out. So it's a useful thing to have. Also, you're future-proofing yourself for the future of YouTube. If TVs are 8K and everybody has them, they haven't so far, but you know, who knows, then you have 8K content. So why not have that option? Why remove the option? So again, something which DJI have lost. And then let's talk about the zoom. So look, you've seen the comparison of the zoom between this and the Luna. They're pretty much identical. There are some reviewers that have said when you zoom in on the image quality, and I'm not talking about the actual 12 times zoom, but if you like crop in on the image quality on the Luna at the auto modes in auto ISO, it's a bit blurry, it's not very good. And I've touched on this previously in this summary. That might might be the case, but you won't notice it. That's pixel peeping. Nobody's going to see it. You're not going to notice it day to day. Overall, it's a tiny little thing which people are looking for reasons not to like one of these cameras, because it's very hard to tell the difference. These cameras are a lot like brand new cars. All new cars are good. It's just a question of which one you prefer, and this is very much the same here. This is a really good camera. The Luna Ultra is a really good camera. They have their strengths, they have their weaknesses. None of them are perfect, but they will do the job. Again, I prefer the Luna Ultra, but this is less expensive. So if money is the main thing, which for most people is, then this has the advantage. Will Insta360 bring down their prices, or will DJI increase their prices because they realize that they can charge more for this? I don't know. This is the thing, right? Also, there are other accessories with this that don't exist for the 4P. There's the POV tracking mode, which lets you put it on, mount it on here, and then it moves with your head and it tracks it. That's a cool feature. I really, really like that. Plus, there's these built-in paper clip stands at the bottom. Now, don't get me wrong, I do think you need a proper mini tripod like the 4P gives you in the Creator Combo. But then the Creator Combo for the, the Vlog Combo for the Pocket 4P does not have a battery handle. But then the 4P has 107 gigabytes of built-in memory, and this has something like 40. But both have space for SD cards in there. So, you know, it's hard to really know which you should choose, because it depends on your personal circumstances. I love the Luna Ultra. I'm going to keep the Luna Ultra, and I'm going to use the Luna Ultra. This is my preferred one because I've bought it. But if I haven't bought one already and I want to save the money, then the 4P does everything you can want it to do. But this is the first time Insta360 have made one of these, and it is fantastic. Important to say, neither of these were given to me by DJI or Insta360. I did email them and ask them to send me units, and if they're watching this, reply to my emails. It's rude when you don't. But I bought these, so that's why I'm making this video. So I hope you found this video interesting. I hope you learned a bit about practical day-to-day use. I'm not pixel peeping. I'm not zooming into 200 times and looking for fluffiness in the image. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm just walking around filming like a normal person does in actual places where you might be filming it. That doesn't mean walking around the park near my house, because honestly, who does that? If you buy one of these, you're probably not filming the park near your house. That's what the people who are doing tech reviews are doing, and I don't think they should be the ones who are telling you which is the best out of these two cameras. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Let me know if you have any questions down below. Please check out our actual hotel reviews, actual travel reviews, actual plane reviews, because that's what we're here for. But I thought I'd make this video to help out. So I hope that you enjoy it. Please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe and watch our other videos here, and here. Thanks for watching.